how do you view your mortgage pay down, your principal pay down, and the interest associated with it? And with that, when I say the insurance part of that, is that grouped into your 3%, or is that a part of how do you also group that into your either mortgage part of the pie chart here?
hmm Well, basically, the mortgage that I'm including in that percentage is it includes the principal, the interest, the tax, and the insurance. And you know what? It's so funny. Like I never really looked into like the breakdown of my mortgage payment, but I recently did maybe sometime like last year, and it's crazy how much interest we pay every single month. Like it's almost double than like what we're paying on the principal.
Hmm.
And that is like, that's why I told my husband, like, hey, if we have extra money, like maybe next year after we fully fund our emergency fund, we should try and at least put like a couple $100 more towards the principal every single month. Because like we're losing money technically because we're paying off the interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's included there. And I don't know if I talked to you about this before, but like we're also trying to refinance our mortgage, trying to take advantage of the lower interest rate.
Yep.
Um,
We didn't
and I
talk
don't
about
think
that, but
we,
yeah.
oh, we didn't? Oh, okay,
No.
maybe it's someone else.
Yeah, happy to
But yeah,
talk
that's
about
what
that.
we're trying to do.
So with
Yeah, that's
that,
what
I
we're trying to do.
I would love to
Oh,
talk
go ahead,
about
sorry.
that. So 2 years ago, obviously interest rates were a lot like maybe a percent or two higher than they are
hmm
now, which is a dramatic
hmm
difference, especially when you're talking about a loan that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And so,
hmm
and because you're definitely again like 2 years into the loan, like the interest pay down is going to be substantially higher than the principal, as you mentioned. Are you
hmm
open to talking about the rate that you got and the rates that you're trying to negotiate, or and how is that going? What's that
hmm
process like?
Well, I think when we bought the house, our rate was at 3.9, like 3.9, like basically 4%. I think they're just making it 3.9 to make it seem like it's 3%, but it's not. And I feel like my husband's dad, my father-in-law has been telling us to, go refinance your loan, but I was just lazy about it, and I didn't really want to talk to like a lender. But I guess I should have done it because we were probably able to cut it down to like half. Like I talked to one of my coworkers, he was able to get his rate like way down, like really close to two. And what we're getting now, because we just recently tried to refinance, was like 2.875, which only makes like a difference of $100 every single month in mortgage payment. But I guess over time, if we do go with that rate, I mean with that interest rate, we would save about $42,000 in interest payment over the 30 years, loan.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
$100 every month is $100 every month, I think that,
mhm.
but then with that, are you only talking, how many lenders are you talking with? I guess is a good question. And
Mhm.
yeah, I'll start with that.
We talked to two. I tried to reach out to like our current lender, but I don't know, like they were, I guess maybe there's a lot of people who are like trying to refinance, so they haven't really got back to me. But
Interesting.
I talked to two, yeah, and then the one that I actually contacted first gave us the best option, I think. So I think that's where we're gonna go. That's where we're gonna go for our next, for our refinancing.
Have you ever tried like having this offer with this initial buyer, or this initial
Mm-hmm.
lender? Have you shared that I guess it's a loan estimate. I'm not sure how refinances specifically
Mm-hmm.
would be if it's like a loan estimate. Have you shared that loan estimate with the other competing lender, or have you, yeah, yeah, how's that? Have you tried getting them to go against each other? Is my question.
Um, Kinda, but I mean, the second lender was just kind of like letting us go. Like, I think at first he was really adamant, like he would call me, and left a voicemail. But then after I told them that, oh, this is what we get from this other lender, I don't think he could match that. So
Hmm.
I never got a call back. So okay.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I think first off, 2.8% is fantastic right now. I think that's a
hmm
huge, and obviously a full percent, 1.1% better than what you were getting before, where it's like
Yeah.
that like a full point is great. And are you
hmm
paying, talking about points, are you paying any
hmm
of the like lender credits or points onto like the different type of point, to
Mm-hmm.
actually get that rate lower? Do you know what that like if you're paying more for it to typically forgot how points are calculated, but typically it's like a percentage of the actual loan if you're actually be able to pay that up in
Mm-hmm.
cash as a point. Um,
Yeah, I think that 2.875 rate, I think we do have to buy points, but then somehow like the way they set up like the loan, they would include that or it's being absorbed or whatever in the mortgage monthly payment.
Interesting.
So, it's not too bad. Mm-hmm.
Cool, especially if you're able to, I guess, amortize that out too. That could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating. Fascinating. Very cool.